Welcome back. It's that time of year when the weather is colder and the sun's setting earlier, and if you haven't already, you might start feeling your mood changing. Joining us this morning from Gunderson Health System to discuss seasonal affective disorder is Tom Ledoux. Tom, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
What exactly is seasonal affective disorder?
Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD or SAD, is a yearly recurrent depression that starts during the autumn months, progresses into the winter, and typically is alleviated by the change in light during the spring. So our depressed mood is mediated by the shortness of the day, so we're not getting as much light as we're typically used to. Therefore, our biological clock is off and delayed, and we become depressed because we're used to being up and active and having more access to light.
Now, obviously, the light is a factor here. Is the cold weather at all a factor? Is the fact that we can't get outside and enjoy nature and the outdoors have any effect on it as well?
Sure. Well, I mean, the cold weather zaps our motivation, sometimes gives us maybe more of a pessimistic outlook on the day's tasks, on life at that time. It's hard to get up and do things that we typically find pleasure in doing. So when our motivation is zapped and our sleep is off, that can create a really great nesting environment for some depressive symptoms.
Okay, so we're feeling those symptoms. We can just, first of all, acknowledge them, realize you're having them, and then what should we do?
So the three main therapy offerings for seasonal affective disorder is light therapy, psychotherapy, and there's some efficacy for antidepressant medication. There's most research for the use of white lights, so they use light boxes or light visors or dawn simulators, which light starts increasing as you start to wake up in the morning. So 30 to 45 minutes of direct light exposure, typically in the morning, is said to offset and help to regulate your biological clock that's delayed with the decrease in light during the day.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say a literal light, an actual thing you can
Yes.
buy, a little lamp, and you sit by it, and then it helps you feel a little bit better?
Yep, they say the best effect is direct stimulation through the retina. So it's a box that's about a foot away from your face, sometimes a bit more, and you sit in front of it. You can listen to the radio, watch TV, but having that direct light in the morning, that seems to be one of the most popular interventions. There's also cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps people take a closer look at some of the dysfunctional attitudes that they have about themselves, about their abilities, about kind of their local environment during the winter, and helping them work through that, acknowledge that they're going to maybe be a little depressed during the winter, and building coping skills about how to work through some of that depression, whether it be exercise, making a healthy sleep schedule, adjusting your diet, all the things that tend to go askew when we're feeling depressed during the winter.
Yeah, so we may have to work a little harder at this time of year, but there are ways to combat this seasonal affective disorder. And Tom Ledoux, we thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back after this.